Think I want to go to Congress or the Senate. See, I'd be ticked because you make a promise, and when you make a promise to people, you keep your promise. You do. We elected you for 4 years. You do your 4 years, and at the end of that 4 years, if you say sayonara or whatever it is that goodbye is, konnichiwa or whatever, Ohio, whatever it is. If you want to say that, then right on, go for it. But fulfill your obligation to the office that you sought, and then I'll let you go. Anyway, here's the poem. Here's a couple things we're going to put for you guys this morning. Hopefully try to bring a different perspective to life for you guys this morning. So, don't go nowhere. We'll be back.
And I am doing the duties of the office that I was elected to fulfill. I am doing the duties of the office that I was elected to fulfill. And those 4 years have come to a screeching halt. You see what I'm saying, Kevin? So don't come to me with that malarkey. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing exactly what. Are you doing the thing that you were elected to do? No, you're not. And you're always talking about a different polka dot. We don't have time to talk about. We're talking about pot bellies this morning. We're talking about pot bellies, saturated fat, no movement in your bowels. We're tired of talking about polka dot. Everybody got freckles. That's nothing. Your mama got freckles. Your daddy got freckles. That ain't nothing like that. We're talking about saturated fat, high blood pressure, too much lard in your belly. You know what I'm saying? Not enough pushing in your cushion. You ain't making love to your old lady. These are the things, these are the perspectives that the people want to talk about. And I'm going to tell you, Kevin, Mr. Kevin Elko, I'm going to tell you this right here. The way you did that, man, just like Donald Trump said, it makes you deplorable, a basket of deplorables down there. The way you did Otto Warmbier. You left him out there stranded. You left him out there in the bitter cold. And he came to you with a proposal. He had more to offer you than you had to your company. Your company didn't have nothing compared to the wealth that this man has built. And you left him out there stranded. You tried to take his things and you tried to make him yours and say, we got to move on with other business. Get out of here. You know what I mean? You did it just like the thugs in the street that you complain about. That commit these heinous crimes. You did it. You did it with your Oxford shirt and your white collar on. Down there with your brown face on. You did the same thing. You talk about these thugs out here in these neighborhoods. You did the same thing. You and the buzzard, you did the same. You practiced the same behavior. The behavior that gets people shot and killed. That's what you did. You got them burglarized, you theft in progress right on the air, right there in front of the TV and the radio, and you laughed at it. You know what I'm saying? You chuckled and you laughed. But nevertheless, Kevin, I know when you come back, you're not going to have nothing to talk about. And the only reason I tune in now, the only reason I come to the studio is for things like elections and runoffs and stuff. That's the only thing that's important. Anything else you talking about ain't hitting on nothing. I'm just telling you the truth. Anything else that you talking about, it ain't like, baby, you couldn't trade that thing in for a penny at the thrift store, like, I'm not telling you no lie. The only thing that you talk about that really has any value, Kevin, are the people that you know that's in these elections and these candidates, and that's about it. Your life as a paratrooper and stuff like that, and serving in the military. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what it is. Serving in the military is a mental disorder. You know what I'm saying? If you think that people understand what you're talking about, they don't. Every other soldier, they take the covetousness and the sanctity of their service to the military, totally different from yours. You hear up and tell that so I can tell mine. And while you're explaining your service in the military, nobody's listening because the next soldier, his story is more important. You know what I'm saying? He was more valuable to the military than you. He was a better paratrooper. You were a fat, lazy paratrooper. He was a skinny, lean paratrooper. You see what I'm saying? So your service to the military, it's not worth a nickel or a dime. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything else that you can talk about? You know, is there anything that you can talk about, Kevin Elkin? You know what I mean? Is there anything that you can bring more entertainment to the AM dial? You know what I'm saying? Can you bring the pizzazz of the 70s, the 60s, and the 70s, and the 80s back to the AM? No, you can't. You know, because you don't like hip hop. You don't like R&B. You know what I'm saying? You only like classical bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's all you like. Yeah, and you said that hip hop and R&B is the downfall of the African American. No, the military is the downfall of the African American. Going over there in Vietnam, smoking that wacky tobacco, cheating on your wife. You got a mixed baby with some slanted eyes over there, goddamn looking for the child support right now. That's what ruined it. It wasn't hip hop. It was you going over there to Vietnam. You can't keep your tallywhacker in your pants. That's what the problem. You're supposed to be fighting for freedom and justice and equality, and you're over there having sexual relations with that woman. And now you got a baby outside of wedlock with slanted eyes. You won't even send it $20 to get a pack of ramen noodles. You know what I mean? And these are the things, ladies and gentlemen, these are the things that the soldiers don't tell you. They don't tell you, all the ins and outs of that pastor coming in there and testing the gasket. You know what I mean? The gasket, see, it doesn't have a gasket seal on that rear end gasket. When you come into that real tight studio, talking about the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Kevin don't even go to church, lady. So why does he have a man in there testing the pressure around his rear end gasket seal? You know what I'm saying? And he's submitting to the pressure points of it. He's just sitting there dealing with it. He won't even stand up and fight for himself. I hate to see you fight in the military if you can't get up and shake a goddamn sweet booty pastor, goddamn. They're trying to take your rear end gasket off. You see what I mean? Well, yes, lady, man. And a lot of people, they want to talk about the Brokeback Mountain. It's sad, but it's true. But Kevin Belkins, lady, yes, he has been bluntly force traumatized by the Tyler Perry games that they play in the military barracks when there's no women around. Yes, he has, lady. And believe it or not, that's the only sport he really knows. You know, he don't like to talk about a whole lot of Alabama and Auburn. He don't want to talk about that. All he want to do is play ping pong with another guy that wants to play ping pong all day. You know, from that mic to that mic. You see what I'm saying? And these are the things that people we want to discuss this. Kevin, why can't you break out of it? Why can't you break out of that Tyler Perry ping pong that you're playing every day with people? And let's be serious with the people of Montgomery. You know, if you need to bring some pizzazz to the entertainment in the AM dial so people can start to listen to Auburn radio and other stations out there, and they just go straight to goddamn satellite radio and XM. They don't like Cumulus Media because it's not entertaining, Kevin. It's not entertaining enough. It's not risque enough, Kevin. You know what I mean? Sometimes morality can be compromised to make a couple of dollars, Kevin. I mean, what good is morality if you're going to be losing your goddamn radio station? It's not doing you no good. And goddamn, if you holding on to goddamn heritage and principles and you down there being a goddamn gay blade, you don't have no morality at all anyway. I'll tell you. I mean, what use is it not liking goddamn rap and hip hop if you goddamn gonna be shutting down anyway? Shit. If you don't hurry up and make some money, sad, but it's true. You know, I mean, I kind of hate it right now. I think African Americans need just a few more decades of people that's not African Americans telling them different things that they don't want to listen to, ladies. Because, ladies, even though you have brown entertainment TV, they said that a white man owns the damn thing, ladies. A white man owns brown entertainment TV. Why are they even calling it brown entertainment TV? Why are they even calling it the decipher of the hip hop, ladies? The white man controls it. You see what I'm saying? So before you stand out there with no faith on that canoe and those whitewater rapids, ladies, you have to find out where your balance and your paddle is. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Same thing I'm trying to tell Kevin Belker here, ladies. It was very sad, but it's true, ladies. And believe it or not, ladies, Kevin Elkin wastes a lot of time. The radio, he wastes a lot of time. Man, if I had 2 or 3 hours to go downtown and lay it down, baby, every day, man, it would seem like goddamn Iron Bowl. Every day would seem like the Super Bowl, baby. You see what I'm saying? That's just how I go. That's just how many things that's out there to talk about. You see what I'm saying? That's just how many things. And you can do a whole lot of stuff without using profanity, ladies and gentlemen. And Kevin Belker's not using none of it. The tools that you can use without using profanity, there's unlimited. Why isn't he using them? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't he using them, ladies and gentlemen? He's too busy goddamn seeing how many snacks is in the damn snack machine, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he busy doing. He's too busy seeing what Leanne and Rick and Bubba over there doing. You know what I mean? And instead of trying to come up with something decent to talk about. I'm not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. You might not believe me, but Stephen Reed is gonna be the first Republican Democrat mayor, ladies. He's really a conservative, man. He really is. I've known Steve for a long time, and he's just that conservative that he don't know me. You know, that's how conservative he is. He knows me, but he doesn't know me. You know, because he has something more important besides knowing me at that present time. You know, maybe if I see you out there in public somewhere by yourself, I wave at you and say, "Hey, you ever need me? Call me. I remember you from school. You're my classmate." But outside of that, I don't know you. You don't know me, and I don't know you. Even if you tell me, remember when I see you in Publix and you told me if I needed you, if you needed me to call me, don't bring that up. You're supposed to know the code. I just said that because you was around at that time. I tell you, that these are the things you should be aware of, ladies and but I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, out here on the nature trail, you know where I go, I have learned the value of using naturals. My natural hair, you know, my natural physique, you know what I'm saying? Natural pheromones, natural hard chest and hard muscles, long legs, you know what I'm saying? Stepping inside all of the pockets, you know, going through all the hurdles, one leg in, one leg out, in, out, in, out. I learned the value of that every day. But I'm telling you, a lot of people that sit on their butt all day, they don't really have nothing to talk about because they don't never air, you know what I mean? They don't air nothing out. There's nothing aired out. And so a lot of people lost their brain jumping out of those helicopters, like paratrooper, jumping out of planes. They left their brain up there in the stratosphere. That's where it is. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do you just like Bubba Gump. I'm going to do you just like Forrest did Bubba. I'm going to go up to the stratosphere and I'm going to get out that plane and I'm going to recover your brain that you left up there when you paratrooped all those years. And somebody, maybe the Lord, maybe a fallen angel, they kidnapped your brain and it's still stuck up there in the atmosphere somewhere. Because I can tell by listening to your show that there's nothing inside your cranium. Nothing at all. Anyway, I'm going to save you just like goddamn Forrest saved Bubba. I'm not going to let you die like that, Kevin Elko. I'm not going to let you die. I'm not going to let you die like that, you know. Well, please, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a discussion. I want white people to start calling and come getting haircuts. And tell me, why do African Americans in these sororities and fraternities have such bad attitudes, you know? They don't have time to really discuss what's going on because of the content of your character is the wrong color, or your turtleneck is on backwards, or I tell you didn't put no deodorant under your left armpit. I don't have time to get into the things that we're supposed to be discussing today because you're not dressed the way you're supposed to be. You know, and our frat and sorority don't do that. We don't communicate with terrorists. You have to have these things together before we can communicate with you. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You understand where we're going with this, lady, now? You see what I'm saying? So thank you for letting me tune in. I'll tell you. I'll tell you, lady, you know. But you know, Spike Lee, he kind of explained it the way it, you know, with that school days thing. He kind of explained it a little bit, man. But I don't think nobody can really explain, you know, the African American trying to become a Greek man or a Greek woman in just a matter of weeks, you know. And they kind of